Beata.
Beata Płęcka, Polish Radio. High Representative, I'm here. On Belarus and diplomatic sanctions, do you think that's enough? Do you think that diplomatic sanctions will change the way of thinking of regime in Minsk, as they weren't very useful in the past and didn't change the situation substantially? And also, why haven't ministers decided on the economic sanctions?
I think where we've begun is to look, first of all, at the appropriate level of sanctions. But you'll see from the conclusions that we've made it clear that we will revisit and look at other aspects, including, all aspects of what we might do for the future. It's important that we have a measured approach, but we're very clear that we want to see progress, and we will revisit and come back to this issue if we don't see the release of people and we don't see things move forward.
Final question for Ernest.
Yes, thank you, Maya. Ms. Ashton. Ernest Bunguri for Albanian Satellite Television in Macedonia. It's a question about Albania. In fact, I don't know if with all the events of today you had the time to brief the ministers about the recent visit of Miroslav Lajčák in Albania. You've sent him there and you repeated today before the meeting the message for dialogue between the two leaders. But the Prime Minister of the country is accusing every day, publicly, the President, General Prosecutor, Chief of Secret Services, and every institution he doesn't control of being part of a coup d'etat against him. So is there time for dialogue, or can we go through with something else? Because, again, the Prime Minister is accusing this independent institutions, and he also created a committee with a majority in the parliament which is investigating and asking for tabulates of phone conversation of these high officials and also 4 journalists in Albania. So situation is aggravating, not ameliorating. Thank you.
I spoke to both the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition, and I expressed the very strong view that we wanted to see a dialogue. This was, of course, against the background of the violence last week. Miroslav Lajčák, as you absolutely rightly say, was there last week and had good discussions where we pushed and urged that there is appropriate dialogue between the opposition and the government, and he will return again this week if necessary to continue to push that message. That's where we need to be putting our attention, is actually exerting, as we do, the strong pressure. The EU values that we hold at the core of who we are, which is about democracy, the rule of law, the ability to make sure we have fundamental rights, human rights, absolutely essential to how we approach all of this. And it is absolutely important that in a peaceful way there is a proper dialogue to try and resolve some of the issues that are of concern there. And that's what we will continue to do.
Thank you very much for coming. As you know, the ministers continue with the session, with the working dinner, so we have to end up. Thank you.